Hi everyone, welcome back. Another tournament report for you guys, and what can I say? The top 8 curse is no more. Because I finished ninth. uh, Sadly finished ninth, I mean. But yeah, started out strong. Won my first two matches. First one was against Florian, and essentially won the sideboard from sideboarding. Got him to think that I was running Dreadbore, and he sided out all his D reacts, and then I just ran Death Dealer anyway, so I just kind of basically had the tempo throughout the match. Second match was versus a Kasai. This one was kind of close. There was one point in the game where my opponent did make a mistake, and he lost around, I don't know, possibly around 4 more value, and then yeah, I just got to close the game from then. Third match was when it started spiraling down, I guess. This was versus a Prism. I thought I had a decent line going into a turn. So I basically popped Balance of Justice, got my 6-card hand, and basically my hand was, including Arsenal, was Rain Razors, what do you call this? Rain Razors, Bolting Shot, Endless Arrow, 2 pumps, and Knock the Death Whistle. And I still had my Snaps and my Bullseye online, so I was geared up to take a very big turn. So I basically just took everything, went down to 7 while my opponent was at 20. But yeah, he flipped one of the angels, I think. I'm not sure what it's called, but allowed him to draw 2. And from that, he got an ALS. So he dropped an ALS on his turn. And basically, my 6-card hand just ended up being a Endless Arrow for 4, pass. And at this point, I was at 7. Again, he was at 20. And basically just lost from there. I feel like I had some bad blocks during that match, but it is what it is sometimes. I mean, I could have possibly swung the game with my next turn there, my big turn there. Oh, I also, one more thing, I forgot. I had Tunic up as well, so I had everything lined up, and then just ALS doomed. Next match was then against another was versus Verdance. This is different Verdance from yesterday, but yeah, I didn't actually get to have my revenge match versus the Verdance from yesterday, but yeah, this was a different Verdance. It was kind of close. I feel like I missed some AB opportunities that I couldn't resolve my whole hand anyway, so it would have been better to just ABing. And then there was one turn which I missed 2 value and a Blood Rot from a Dominated Arrow. And I'm not sure if those would have been enough to win, but it was very close and ended up just getting Striders at the end there. He did a 1 nutty turn where he was already activated. I think he gained 5 life, so pinged 5, and then came in with one of those. I forgot the spell. I don't know what the spell is called, but the one that hits for 4 arcane. Heals 1 and then 4 arcane, and so it was amp 5, so basically hitting for 9. And then that basically just swung the game in his favor. I got low from there and couldn't really sustain. Couldn't present enough damage, and while trying to keep my life up. So this what it is. Lost that, and from there, my only chance to getting into top 8 was first off winning my game, and then I think the 2 others with 2 wins losing. Or someone, yeah, basically people from the top 8 losing. At that point, I was at 10th, I think. 2 people above me had 2 wins. And so, yeah, my only chance was for them to lose, I believe. And then one did lose and the other one won. So, this what it is. Again, finished 9th with a record of 3-2. Oh, right. My last game was versus another Florian, and this one went very heavily into my favor. Not exactly with the sideboard, but I feel like I just dominated a lot of arrows and hit him very hard, basically. I probably should have done the same thing for my Verdance match, but I don't know. I probably should have just disrespected the match up a bit more, but it is what it is. You learn, right? Uh, yeah, won the last game, but then bubbled out, and here I am. No consolation from the packs as well. Didn't really get anything good, so that's the end to my ProQuests this season. And unfortunately, we didn't get the invite, which I really did want, but it is what it is. Again, it's a learning process, and yeah, back to the drawing board basically. My next major or big event would be Nats, and our Nats is first week of July, so it's quite some time. So I'm thinking maybe Azalea would already be LL'd by then. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna unsleeve Azalea really. I'm not expecting to be able to play her again. And yeah, what I'm going to do now is basically figure out my hero or what hero to play. Of course I have Ira, but then I should be able to finish building. I should be able to finish building my Arachnes and my Draconic Ninjas. So I do have those as options as well, but I guess we'll see what happens after the BNR. And yeah, hopefully one of those decks remain relevant to the meta. And yeah, so just so I don't have to buy anything else for Nats. More importantly, it's time for me to learn draft. Again, draft is not something I know at all. I haven't played draft before or played draft in any game whatsoever. So that's definitely something I have to learn. Otherwise, I'm probably just gonna lose in Nats straight up. And yeah. Anyway, again, as I said, back to the drawing board. It was a fun experience, but unfortunately we didn't get there this time around. But I see them all. I see them all and have my revenge next season, hopefully. Anyway, that's it for this one. Bye. Thanks for listening.